okay? I'm not going to talk very loud, so you must realize that you have to get used to me talking low. Today was um, a very sad day today. It's enough to make you eat a whole Black Forest cake. I wouldn't do it though. It's not going to make matters any better. I'd prefer that I eat a whole salad of fruit opposed to a whole plate of Black Forest cake or German chocolate cake. It's not something I would try and do. How are you doing? Did you exercise? No? But don't give up hope. A lot of people haven't exercised today only because of 9/11. When I was listening to it on the news today, it brought tears to my eyes. It's very sad. You wouldn't think that people would be so cruel. You let them in, and then they do this devastating, destructive behavioral action towards the American Pentagon. Now, I'm not here to go and talk about the Pentagon because I understand that is not our thing or on the agenda. A lot of people seem to go and take a bottle of alcohol and try to drink it down to forget what happened. But that's not the way we do things. What I want us to do is try to pray. Pray for our emotions to calm down, not act out and drink things that is harmful to our body. What I would like truly to speak about is getting our emotions under control. Remember the last time we were talking about eating a big bag of potato chips and German chocolate cake and Black Forest cake and cinnamon rolls. Now that is a big no-no. You know that. You're not supposed to be eating those things, but after listening to the news or watching it on the television today, it's enough to make you eat a whole pound of rice with, God, you name it. That's what they're eating. Anyway, so now, listen, there's all kinds of ways to make things a lot better. Well, for starters, you can start thinking of beautiful things. Things like pretty egg decorations or Christmas decorations or the 4th of July. And then you can also think about that dress you tried on and couldn't zip it up. I have to admit, I'm telling you that I went into a dressing room and I tried on this beautiful dress. It was black and white. And I was saying, well, if I can get the matching shoes, that would be great. And then I started thinking about the gloves I would go and get. And then, what happened? What burst my positivity bubble? Well, what happened was, guess what? I tried the dress on and I couldn't zip it up. I said, okay, I'll go to the next size. You know, there's no sense in getting nuts about the whole thing. I went to the next size and it was horrible. I couldn't put it on. So I said, okay, I'll go to the next one, right? Went to the next one. I noticed there was a zipper on the side. I held my stomach in and it didn't zip up at all. So disappointed, so upset with myself because I allowed myself to get so, you know, fat. I don't like that. Um, so what I'm saying is for you all to please don't go shopping and putting on sizes too small. You know you haven't exercised. Now I hadn't exercised over about what from '96 to should we say 2000? That's a long time. What, '96 to 2000? About 4 years I hadn't exercised, and to think that I'm going to be able to fit in this beautiful dress is like a darn dream. You don't want to do that to yourself. It's very devastating when you find a beautiful item, you think you can wear it, and then when you try to wear it, you can't zip it up, and you can't zip it up, you can't go and model it, and then if you do zip it up, it makes you look so fat. You don't want to look like that. So whatever you do to make yourself beautiful or exercise, whatever sport you choose, and don't go kayaking and think that's going to um, make you or help you lose weight. It's not. I declare it's not. Don't do it. Please don't. It's not a nice thing to do. Some people, they like doing risky little things like jumping out of airplanes. Don't even have parachute. What is up with that? I'm telling you, people think of the dumbest things to do with their life. Can you believe it? I really don't like it when they act like that. Um, like I said, don't do risky things, and don't do things you're not experienced at doing. And then this other person in this article I was reading just a few minutes ago had the nerve to go and say, try doing flying trapeze. I know you done lost your mind. Because if you don't do cartwheels on the ground floor, how are you going to do trapeze in the air? Is that risking life or what? You don't even have a protective net. It's not a good thing to try in your life either. And then the other was to go hiking to a mountain. You've never been hiking on no mountain before. Why you want to do it? You always hear about these crazy people, like these two boys. They went hiking. They had problems trying to get help because they could not complete the journey of climbing the mountain. I'd rather look at the snow on the mountain than to be on the mountain trying to climb it in snow. Anyway, I don't think I want to try that in my life. Really, I don't. And by the way, if you like doing risky things, please just try exercising in moderation. Eating right. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. You don't have to eat in moderation. In fact, you can eat the whole supermarket and make your life just as miserable as though you don't have enough problems to deal with. Now it's the eating attack. My mother one time, she said she had a terrible dream about me. She dreamed I was eating so much that I turned into this small little cookie, would you believe? Small cookies are not so bad, especially when they're chocolate chip cookies. But the thing of it is, she said the chocolate chip cookie grew, and it no longer was attractive. And it grew, and it grew, and getting back to reality, you never want to be fat, big, and unattractive. My mother and I, we were sitting in McDonald's one day, We were having our breakfast. Oh, it's a scrumptious little breakfast. I have a tendency of getting a nice little breakfast that has some bacon and eggs and those little miniature pancakes. Well, guess what? We were sitting there, and while we were sitting, my mom, she discovered there was a lady coming in to McDonald's. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word, McDonald's. I said it again. Anyway, she walked in there, and all of her backside was showing. No, I am not talking about her spine. I'm talking about her gluteus maximus. I said, my word, this lady has lost her marbles. She has no conscientious that her gluteus maximus was showing all of it. I said, oh my God, this is disgusting. And she's walking around as if she's advertising her gluteus maximus. I thought that was horrible. Oh well. Anyway, enough about her. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. How are you today? Hmm? Besides the 9/11 situation, how are you today? You doing alright? I hope you are. I want to say hello to the family and my extended family. Hello, my family and extended family. I hope you all doing the best you can, having a good time. Anyway, I'm fine too. You know, after making that other video tape about meeting you all on October the 10th, I thought, oh, it's gonna be a long wait, and also you all will not be able to contact me, and that's the way I like it. Anyway, except I have a few things I'm going to have to share with you because it won't be fair for me to keep it all to myself and you don't know squat about what I've been thinking. Okay, here it is. Well, you remember when I was saying you can't have liposuction or staple your stomach? I mean, for crying out loud, who wants to walk around with a staple stuck to their stomach? Did it make any sense? It don't make any to me either. Anyway, I also wanted to share with you, I graduated from the University of Phoenix. I majored in human services and I have my bachelor's of science degree. Yay! But I wanted to share that with you because I didn't tell you the other night. Oh, I did it again. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that when you are trying to exercise, don't exercise one day and think, make sure you'll be skinny. That's not going to work. Please don't do that. It's not nice. Uh, when you are exercising, you should be determined about what you want to do. Guess what I used to do? I used to look at the newspaper. I would see these beautiful models, and I would cut them out, and then I would tape them to my wall. I said, that's me. Remember when we were little kids and we would see a beautiful car passing by and say, that's my car? Well, I'm playing it again. That's me. The model is wearing beautiful dress or some beautiful pants outfit. And I said, that's me. That's my role model. Now, it used to be the reverse. I used to find all these fat people and said, that's my role model. I declare I don't want to look like them. You know, sometimes we have to get things that are motivating to us, that will make us look beautiful, or discourage us from looking like, like that. I just thought I would share that with you because today is 9/11, but it doesn't mean that we have to go around being moody or sad or depressed or manic depressed. Everything happens for a reason. I don't like it Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like it when those terrible things happen. But then, what did the Bible say? Whatever things are good, lovely, of virtue, good report. Think on those things. Isn't that right? Now, you Bible thumpers that are watching this, you know I'm right. So, what I'm saying is, try to look for something that is going to be nice, good virtue, a good report, that get your mind off of these horrible, horrific things. And then you'll be fine. Now, one more thing I'd like to share with you is I was thinking and sitting down. I remember when I was a little girl, I would get this baseball and I would throw it up in the air and I would hit it with the bat. Then I would put the baseball bat down and then run after the ball. T.D. Jakes says that's a retarded game, but really it isn't. I mean, if you really think about it from the physical fitness side of it, you are developing a good cardiovascular. The reason why I said that is because you're running. Running is a gross motor skill that children use all the time. Remember that theme? Come back here. Johnny, I said come back here. You get your behind back here. Stop running away from me. That's gross motor skills. Little children do it every time they get a chance to be in the public. They're always running somewhere. Sometimes it's a good run. Sometimes it's, oh my God, ready to go now. Those kind of things. But you want to basically get back to doing the right thing. I've always loved to do the right thing when it comes to health. I hate running. I would do so many other things that would bring enjoyment to my well-being. But running, no, said I don't want to. I'll jog around. I remember me and my mother, we used to play tennis. I was a little girl, didn't know how to play tennis, and she didn't bother showing me either. She would swing that ball at me with a tennis racket. I would just stand there looking and very dumbfounded as if they said, what the heck are you trying to do? I don't know why you threw that, but what, am I supposed to catch it? I was so discouraged. I didn't want to play tennis, but you know what? I learned later in life how to play tennis. I love Sabrina Williams and I think her sister named Venus Williams plays tennis like you wouldn't believe. And now they're getting popularity from it, winning trophies and everything else. I think it's wonderful. Unfortunately, I didn't go in that route. And no, I'm not telling you to feel sorry for me. You know how you just start and stop? Well, this summer and Christmas extravaganza, this ain't no stop and go kind of thing. What you want to do is try to stay on the same path. No, I'm not talking about eating the sweets and drinking the, oh, there I go again. Well, you can eat the sweets if you don't want to lose weight, and you can also drink the soda pop too. That's if you don't want to stick to a routine of exercising. Well, like I said, I learned how to hit the ball with my tennis racket against the tennis wall. It was great cardiovascular development developed on that day. My mother and I, we used to walk around the track every time it was summertime. I sure miss those times. Not saying that she's poof and gone, but she just don't do it no more. Oops, I'm telling on her again. Well, I'm going to tell you something. When you start your exercises, television, do something you enjoy. I know you probably said, is this a rerun? No, it isn't a rerun. I just thought I would suggest that you do something you like. But if sitting in front of the television and eating, let me tell you, go ahead. What? You mean I'm not trying to discourage you from doing that? Well, of course not. I love to eat and look at television too. In fact, I've done it. I guess that's how that fat came on me. Would you believe? Well, I didn't mean to do it. Really, I did not. I'm telling you, if I had never sat in front of the television and I started exercising, some sort of exercise, I don't think I would be as big and fat as I am. But, God is good. He always gives us chances to try and uh, remedy the situation. Well, I started exercising and I used the tape measurement. There's that E word again. Oh, I got to stop that. Habit for me. Anyway, so I started doing that and I noticed when I used the tape measurement, it worked. So it's not really all in vain when you do activities for yourself. And for you fat mamas, you should have breastfed the child. You would be skinny as a whip. Don't tell me about the baby biting on your boob. You tell that little thing, honey, no chewing on mommy. Drink the stuff. Anyway, so what I was saying, where did I get lost or sidetracked? Oh yeah, always make yourself happy. Make yourself beautiful. If it means, rewarding yourself with some nail polishing your nails, I think that's wonderful, don't you? It's time consuming, a little messy, if you know what I mean. But it's really worthwhile. I see lots of young girls, they paint their toenails all different kind of colors. I think it's wonderful. Anyway, sometimes they give me the impression they don't know what color they want on their toenails, let alone their fingernails. Haven't you noticed those fingernails? Orange, yellow, blue, white, even black? Yeah, I tell you, there's some up with that. I'm really getting negative vibes that they don't know what color they want on their fingers and nails. Thank God it's not like that when they put on makeup. Speaking of makeup, what kind of makeup do you like? You like that Indian war paint stuff? Good grief, I tell you, that is not the way we're supposed to look, honey. Let me tell you from experience. My mom said that you look like a clown. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Did I hurt your feelings? No, I didn't mean to. Really, I didn't. I just want you to improve your looks with that makeup. What? You don't wear makeup? Oh, good. That's good. You just don't need it. Well, I don't always wear makeup either, so don't worry. But if the house needed painted, anyway, I've tried to come back to you all because it's very nice to be able to see what's going on with our peeps, so to speak. And if I don't get back with you like the next day, I declare I will see you on October the 10th. Listen, my email address is, you have pen and paper? Go get pen and paper. You know you don't have no pen and paper in your hand. Go get the pen and paper. I'll give you about 5 minutes. Shouldn't have to take whole 30 minutes trying to find a piece of paper and a pencil. Anyway, did you find it? You did? Good, good, good. Now, my email address is Miss, that's spelled M as in Mary, I as in ice cream, S as in Sam, another S as in Sam, dot Bridget. Now the way you spell my name is like you spell the London Bridge, but you just add a T to it, okay? No E on the end. Please don't put an extra T on that. That ain't my name. Okay. And then small letter C dot Biggins. That small letter B as in Bridget, I as in ice cream, two G's as in go-go, I as in ice cream, N as in national, S as in Sam, at gmail.com. Okay, you do know how to spell Gmail, right? Okay, let me help you out in case there are some out there that don't know how to spell that even. It's spelled G as in go, M as in Mary, A as in apple, I as in ice cream, L as in Larry, dot com. That's C as in cat, O as in Oscar, M as in Mary. Okay, now since you have all of that, don't forget to measure yourself. The only way you'll know you are losing some weight is if you measure your body. Now, I wrote in a letter about how to go about doing it. Some people were a little offended because they said, oh, she getting nasty. Haven't her mother ever taught her not to get personal? But look here, how in the world are you going to know what you have lost if you don't measure your entire body? Now, there was this boy, I suppose he had hit puberty, and you know what he was doing with the tape measure or the ruler. I am not asking you to do that. If you're a man, you just man, okay? I'm not asking you to do that. That's not part of trying to see if you lost any weight. I declare it's not. Your mother come in the room and she wants to start hemming a dress or sewing a dress, and you have that, you know what I mean, on the tape measurement, she's going to snap the fire out of you. And I wouldn't blame her. Then she have to go and buy another tape measure. So, please, whatever you do, don't do dumb things, especially if you're a man. You're trying to lose the weight, not aggravate. Anyway, so you're going to have to try and measure your head, measure your chest, measure your waist, measure your thighs or your hips. You can do both, but not at the same time. It's going to be quite difficult. Anyway, you can also measure your calf. No, I didn't say the calf that belongs to the cow. You don't have no baby cows on your legs, do you? Please don't bother with the baby cow. The mother cow's gonna look at you and say, "You're nuts. Leave my little baby cow alone." Now you go on, run along. Anyway, so I'm talking about, the fat part on your leg, well, on both of your legs actually. Measure that with a tape measurement, and leave your ankles alone, even though I did say you can measure your ankles. And then write it down each time oh, there's that word again. I'll put it this way. Every time you work yourself out. It's really cool. And you'll be amazed at what you did with yourself. Because I did it for 3 nights straight. And I was amazed at what I did. Someone would say, "Oh, look at her. You look marvelous." Anyway, thinking of marvelous, how are you doing? Oh, well, I just thought I'd throw that in because a lot of times people, they don't feel good. They feel sad, they feel angry, they feel worried, they feel scared, they feel excited. They feel like they're gonna jump on folk, but don't do it. It's not a good idea. You're gonna get the cops after you, and then you want to go and say the cops picking on you. You have to be mindful of your actions. Be accountable of your actions. If you're not mindful of yourself, who the heck is gonna be mindful of you besides the police, SWAT team, and military? You don't want them after you. You want to be on the good side of them. No, we're not talking about guns, honey. We're talking about you want to make friends with the policemen, the good ones, not the mean, nasty, evil, wicked ones. Anyway, so what I'm saying to you is, please don't do anything I wouldn't do. If I wouldn't do it, please don't you do it either. A lot of times, if we don't think, we'll leave and then think afterwards and then say, oh, I regret I did that. So the past, you might have regrets. The present, you might be worried. But the future, you might have a goal set out for yourself and might want to achieve it. Like getting slim and trim. Don't do like I did in the dressing room. That was not nice. And I've had regrets about that. I'm not mentioning the department store I went to and did that at because I don't want them thinking that I destroyed the merchandise. Anyway, please don't tell them anyway. So, always be conscientious of your actions and try to give a compliment even though you might not feel like doing it because you're jealous. You're jealous of them. You know why you're jealous? I don't know why either. But don't be jealous. It's like this cliche. If you can't do anything, just join us. But make sure it's a good thing that you're joining, not these nasty, evil things. Do you realize they have made marijuana legal? Then they didn't just stop right there. They then made same-gender couples allowed to get married. I feel so sorry for them. The Bible is so revealing. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that. But anyway, we're covering a few things like being accountable for your actions. And if you're not accountable for your action, guess what? You're going to go and get that Black Forest cake. It's my favorite cake. I love Black Forest cake, but you don't see me gorging into it, diving into it, like there's nothing else in the world to eat, you know what I mean? So, um, I try to eat right, Oh, there's that E word again. I'm telling you, I'm stuck on E's tonight, and I shouldn't be, but I am. But I'm trying real hard not to mention it anymore. Anyway, so that's all for now. I hope everyone enjoyed this. Well, that's one word I can say. It begins with the letter E that I don't have to be so regretful about. Anyway, so I hope, like I said, you do whatever you enjoy doing that will get you slim and trim. Um, there is something else I wanted to tell you, which was uh, each 30 or 31 days, leave that scale alone. The scale have a tendency to make you want to throw it away because out of all that workout you've been doing, you have a tendency to think that sorry about that. You have a tendency to think that what was I saying? Oh, the scale. That's right. Thank you. The scale makes you look like you have not done nothing. The needle on the scale seems like it's still at the same weight you was at in the very beginning. Now let's take me for instance. I went to the doctor, weighed 205 pounds, right? The end of the month, I'm now weighing 200 pounds. What is up with that? You know darn well you worked out and worked out and worked out every day. I'm talking about every day. My God, what is going on with that? Oh, it just makes me just furious. And you sweat and you try to pamper yourself and you sweat it out again. And all you weigh is just 200 pounds? Come on now. Something's wrong with that. So that's why I say please, don't use the scale as trying to weigh yourself to see how much you weigh, because you're going to get so discouraged. I know I was. I wanted to pick up that medical scale and throw it out the window. I was so upset. So don't. I'm gonna leave now. I have a feeling my mother's about to go and say something any minute. So I'm gonna stop now. It's been nice chatting with you, and I want you to use the tape measurement. I'll see you October the 10th, and hopefully everybody will be able to say they really enjoyed working out, okay? All right, I'm going to say bye for now, but I'm not going to tell you what you need to do to get slim and trim, okay? All right, bye-bye for now. Bye.